again, as a person there this time of year, I'm really consumed with the college football world because it provides so much incredible content for me to come and speak about. The question for today is, do you prefer the traditional telecast or the field pass? Let me break this down a little bit for you guys. All right, let me break it down for you a little bit, because I was watching the thriller in the SEC championship game. And for those of you who don't, I'm a Michigan fan, a diehard Michigan fan. But a couple weeks ago, as the playoffs were starting to take form, and I realized, hey, this ain't Michigan's year. We're having a rough year and all that. I made the pick. I got on camera, and again, you can go pull my receipts. I made the pick, and I said Georgia is going to be the national champions this year. All right. So I'm watching the SEC, and again, I made that pick not with a whole lot of confidence. I didn't really say it with my chest like that, but I just felt like, given the fact that it's really wide open, and as you can see, the teams are very evenly matched. When you look at those top three teams, I said, hey, Georgia, I feel like Georgia has the experience to get it done. So I'm watching the SEC championship game, and I was actually at a Duffy's. I was at a Duffy's, and, I'm around other Georgia. I was sitting next to a Georgia fan who was reminded of me of myself, of myself the week before when I was watching Michigan play Ohio State. She's like, just pacing, couldn't take it because the game was so intense for her. But Georgia pulled it out at the end. But I'm watching the game, and I noticed that there's two channels. So there's ESPN having their field pass, where they have a lot of the guys that work for SEC Network, and they're walking around the field, and they have their microphones, and they're giving you their thoughts of the game, and they're interviewing legends. You had Vince Young there, you had David Pollack, you had Matthew McConaughey, you had Tim Tebow. You had them, as you're watching the game, you see them interviewing the guys as they're watching. So it kind of puts you in this place where you feel like you were at the game. And I've been to enough football games to know that that's exactly what it's like when you're on the sideline and you have field pass and you're watching the game. So you had that option of watching the field pass, or you had the option of going to ABC and watching the traditional telecast, right? So the question today is, what was better for the viewers? What's better for the viewers? Is it the traditional telecast or the field pass? And I gave my answer to this question earlier today in the Move Swiftly Thought, which is, I personally enjoy the field pass, and it's because I've actually been in that situation. And if you haven't been in the situation where you're actually at a big game and you're on the sidelines watching a big game, and you're getting a chance to meet the alumni, or you're just catching up, it's an incredible experience. I think that between the SEC Network and the connection that they have with ESPN, I think they absolutely nailed it when it comes to the viewing, when it comes to the viewership experience, which is what the brand is all about, what the business is all about. It's the reason college football has become the powerhouse that it's become from a marketing standpoint, is because they make decisions, or at least we're talking about the big time programs, than the ones that you see succeeding year in and year out. You're making decisions that will cater to the fans. You're making decisions that'll make your alums feel like they're still at the school. So before I move on, let me just kind of paint the picture here for you. Let's say you were watching the SEC championship game from wherever you were, that you were from home, and you went to either Georgia or Texas, and you had the field pass, right?